This is the Evil Never Dies podcast with Brett and Carl. This podcast may contain adult themes, violence, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
Dies podcast. I'm Brett, back with Carl.
Toodles.
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 Where you toodling to already?
Fuck if I know. Toodling.
You're toodalooing?
I'm toodle-doodling. I
Oh,
think we should give a shout out to the Yo Stream. That's our new platform.
yeah, for sure. How's it look, everybody? Nobody's commented on how the video quality is.
Nobody's commented, but we've sure had a lot of people watching the last few episodes. So
Yeah, we have. Yes, we have.
With the curse of the bunny man is over.
The curse of the bunny man.
Yeah, the other bunny man brought us back from the dead.
Yep. But,
we still got the little box, but they don't really bother me.
Yeah,
Plus
they're
you got it in red.
working on
cool.
it. But they gave me a free month of the premium service. So we actually are in 4K this week.
Actual 4K, not fake 4K.
Yeah, actual 4K. So we'll see how this looks after it's completed. So
correct.
But yeah, I'm fucking tired as hell, dude.
Yeah, Brett showed up and started working on the haunted house that was all grown up, and he's back there all day, and I felt bad because I was gone all day. But I'm going to get my punishment tomorrow.
Yeah, when I left, it was 97 outside.
Well, I did get punished out in the front yard on Thursday night, I think it was, yeah. So
got part of it weed whacked, and just some stuff picked up, stuff that's been laying all over the place, but
the haunted house is coming along slowly.
Slow. Yes, it is. But
and I guess I'll stand up and show what I got here. What you think, Brett?
They look beautimous.
The new Evil Never Dies t-shirts are now available. You can't see it the way I sit. I'm as high as I can possibly get too. So unlike Brett, who sits in a little hole there.
I'm up as high as I can go. I'm even in an extended chair. So,
but we do have new t-shirts with the new logo, and the new logo is very cool. I like it a lot. You can see the double thorns. That's our logo. So we both got a thorn now, I guess, and you got the two skeletons talking. They look exactly alike. I think Brett's the one on the left. Isn't that what that guy once said in the comments? The guy on the left was...
What did he call me? I forget.
A slob.
Yeah, the slob on the left
looked drunk.
Oh, shit.
So, yeah.
I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking Cheech's Peaches again. Be good if we get sponsored by Cheech and Chong.
Isn't that the truth? Well, I'm drinking some 360 Madagascar flavored vodka, which I bought some today. Then I realized I had a little bit in a bottle left, and I'm like, well, that's perfect. I'm pretty much strictly drinking this and my cinnamon vodkas now. I think I'm done with everything else.
Yeah, I got almost a whole half gallon of the lime in the
I can't do the lime anymore.
It was sort of getting my belly, man.
Yeah, I like the vanilla. I guess the earthy flavors, vanilla and cinnamon. That's actually the smells I prefer whenever I'm like burning candles and stuff too. I heard Video Bob talking. He says that old men like the smell of vanilla, so maybe he's onto something. You like vanilla?
I like vanilla. Okay, vanilla. There's nothing wrong with vanilla.
Yeah, Bob's right. Old men like vanilla.
But I like more like the woodsy scents, you know.
Yeah.
Vanilla,
Well,
vanilla's good for some situations, I guess. But yeah,
that's true. But we do have a show to do this week, and this is a movie I've never even seen or heard of, for that matter. Brett gave me this. What was it? A couple weeks ago, and my excuse was I don't have time to watch it. But now I did, and I have watched it. And the movie this week is called Stakeland.
yes, it is.
Like not like beef steaks. It's vampire steaks.
Yes.
This is
Stakeland.
supposedly a vampire movie, but I question the relevance of that really being a true vampire movie. But we will talk about it now.
So, Stakeland is a 2010 American post-apocalyptic vampire horror film, and is directed by Jim Mickle. And do you remember the movies that came out back in the earlier mid 2000s called 8 Films to Die For or whatever?
I do. I've got all those on. I guess they're on DVD.
Yeah, I got them all too. I might have to rehash some of them, but
The one called Dark Ride was the best.
But he did the one called Mulberry Street.
I remember that one.
So yeah. Written by Dick Demichi and Jim Mickle. Produced by Derek Curl and Larry Fessenden. And he also was producer and was in Session 9 that we just covered a few weeks
ago. Yeah.
Cinematography by Ryan Samuel. Edited by Jim Mickle. Music by Jeff Grace. And surprisingly enough, this had a great score to it.
I agree. I thought the score was well done.
It fit the movie very well. Even like individual scenes, it fit very well. So, production company is Belladonna Productions. Distributed by Dark Sky Films and IFC Films. Release dates September 17th, 2010 in Canada, and October 1st, 2010 in the United States. Has a running time of 98 minutes.
It seemed longer.
Yeah, it did. It did. Country of origin, United States, English language. Had a budget. Some people say 600,000. Other people say 800,000. I go with the 800,000.
I think so, because there's
the effects in it, for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of effects and a lot of props and stuff that would have had to cost a lot of money to build.
It might have got more well known but it was just limited release. When it was first released, it was only released in one theater. And then the next week, they played it in 7 more. So only a total of 8 theaters across the whole United States. So,
well, for a lot of independent films, they never get any theater showing. So I guess that's still pretty cool for them, you know.
But it only made $33,245 at the box office.
Well, that's not knocking it, since it wasn't in too many theaters. So
yep. So
I get it.
I get it too. Oh, let's see here. I guess we'll go over the cast. First off, we got Nick Demichi plays the character of Mister.
Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with him. He's been in some other stuff.
Yeah, him and the director went to film school together, I think.
Yeah, and he actually was a co-writer on the movie. I'm spoiling things for you. Sorry.
Yeah. He plays the vampire hunter. Next off, we got Connor Paolo as Martin. Teenager who goes under Mister's, I guess you would say, wing.
Apprenticeship, yeah.
Like apprenticeship on how to be a vampire killer.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. He trains them how to kill these creatures.
Yeah, because they would only die a couple of certain ways.
And there are different types of them. Some of them died easier than others.
Yeah. Michael Cerveris as Jebediah. He's like a cult leader that.
That was a weird character.
Yeah. Next, we got Daniel Harris as Belle. Plays a young pregnant woman who's like, they pick up and they're dragging her around the whole time. Kelly McGillis plays the part of Sister. She's a nun.
Does.
She plays a nun who is saved from two rapists by Mr. and Martin and starts traveling around with them.
And I don't want to be mean about Kelly McGinnis, but compare her to Tom Cruise as they were both in Top Gun together.
Yeah.
One of them's aged a bit more.
Yep. Exactly. But yeah, she was in Top Gun and a few other movies in the late 80s, early 90s. Next off, we got Sean Nelson as Willie. He's a former Marine that they picked up along the road on their travels.
Yeah, as they travel, they tend to come across people and add them to their group.
Next off, we got Bonnie Dennison as Peggy. They find her towards the end of the movie in a roadside diner. Chance Kelly as Officer Harley. Tim House as the sheriff. Larry Fessenden as the roadhouse bartender. Adam Scarinabolo as Kevin. Marianne Hagen as Dr. Foley. And hundreds of extras in this movie.
There are a lot of extras. There sure are.
Now, we were talking about this earlier. They actually made some short prequels for the main characters, like backstories.
They did. Yes, they're on the Blu-ray release of it. They're not on the digital releases. That's why I went with the Blu-ray over the digital, because they were the exact same price.
Yeah, there's 7 webisodes altogether, and each one of the characters that played in it, they got to direct their own thing and be in it. So, excuse me, but from what you said, Carl, they weren't too good.
They were very low budgeted, and yeah, they were sort of all over the place. I was really looking forward to it, but I wasn't real impressed with it. It didn't add to the story, is what I'm going to say. It didn't really give enough background on these people to really make a big difference. Like the one Danielle Harris is in, it's her and the guy that got her pregnant, obviously, and it just sort of, yeah. A for effort, though. I think they did a good job with it.
Okay. All right. Well, speaking of the Blu-ray, you want to go over it real quick?
We can. Brett actually had it before I did, but
Yeah,
I got it this. This is a 2-disc. It's got Stakeland 1 and Stakeland 2, which I have not watched yet.
I have not seen that either, I don't think. If I did, I do not remember it.
It is a Dark Sky Films release, who we've been talking about a lot the last few weeks. Yep. They're one of our good film companies out there that keeps horror movies going and alive. And who else is involved in this? I guess I thought there was somebody else, but I don't see it. Just see the Dark Sky Film logo on it. So yeah, 2-disc.
2 discs right here.
Cheap.
Yeah.
It's very reasonably priced.
Yeah, it was only
they are available on Fandango and Apple and all them. Same exact price. If you know, a lot of people don't buy physical releases anymore, so they are available on there as well. I don't know if it's on Tubi or not. I did not look.
I don't know. I didn't look because I bought it, so I
Yeah, I
didn't
didn't
even
look
look.
either. Usually I'll look to see if it's on Tubi, but
But
yeah, it's a good release. Film looks great. The way it's filmed, is more of that sort of apocalyptic look, I guess. A lot of kind of muted colors and shit. It looked good though.
yeah,
So yeah,
cinematography was really good in this. And
let's see the special features. There's 2 different commentary tracks on it. There's the trailer, the making of Stakeland, which was more of it wasn't a documentary. It was just sort of them kind of following around the crew. It seemed like.
yep,
And you
yep,
said you enjoyed it. I thought it was
yeah,
a
I liked it.
little
I liked seeing how, like,
how
just
they actually work. Yeah.
yeah, and like just planting dead weeds and cracks in the
Yeah.
sidewalk and shit. You know,
Yeah,
Just-
it was.
just
There's nobody talking in it as far as what I saw. I've got a little bored with it. I'm not that big into the making of. I like hearing people talk more.
and seeing
But
them.
it's got these short prequels and a video diary, and they also had the Toronto Film Festival premiere, which I didn't get to that. I ran out of time. So yeah, good Blu-ray. Good. I haven't watched part 2 yet, but they did
I
it.
haven't
Dark Sky
either.
did a great job with it.
There are no special features on the part 2, though. I guess.
Yeah. I
It's
don't
just
even know if
your-
part 2 has any of the same characters in it. Yeah, it does. The kids in it.
Yeah, because yep.
So yeah. Um
I give the Blu-ray a 5.
yeah, I'd give it about that too. It's a great blue. They did a great job. They did adequate features and yeah, I have no complaints. Good job, Dark Sky Films as always. Even
And
though they're re-releasing Chainsaw Massacre for the 45th time, I believe here this another 4K release of Chainsaw.
oh, not to change the subject, but did you see they're doing a Phantasm TV show?
I hear it's I don't know that it's a set thing. It's being talked about.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
I would love for them to redo Phantasm at this point,
But as a
especially if
TV show,
Coscarelli's involved. They would have to have some kind of something with him, whether he's just advising or something.
maybe like
So
do a prequel, maybe sort of like
I don't
type
know.
deal.
I don't know. The original Phantasm was like 4-5 hours long before they had to cut it.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, they could follow around, the 2 brothers for probably a whole season.
Exactly.
So yeah, I think that would be cool. I'm all for it. I hope it happens. Oops. Now I'm running into the mic. The mic's never been close to me. Now I'm bumping into it. Yeah, just like we got the Jason Friday the 13th series coming out soon, I believe now. There's some weird talk of a Chainsaw TV series, but I don't know that that's set either. But in this day and age, when you say a TV show, these TV shows are basically movies. They're
Yeah,
just, like 8 episodes.
exactly.
So you can cover a lot more ground. But yeah, that's on the radar. We'll keep our ears and eyes out for more information on a possible Phantasm television program.
I just got mixed feelings about it. I'm sort of
Well,
excited
if
about it, but
Coscarelli's involved, I'll be happy. If he ain't
yeah.
got nothing to do with it, then I don't think I'll even watch it, honestly.
All right.
Unless he sold the rights, and said, I'm done with this, y'all work on it, then that would be a
I
different
don't think he
story.
would ever do that, man. That's his baby. I think the Phantasm stuff's his baby.
Yeah, well, we'll see. But back to Stakeland, part 1.
All right. Speaking of the Toronto International Film Festival, they won the People's Choice Award, Midnight Madness, for Jim Mickle. And also, they were nominated for a bunch of shit for the Fangoria Chainsaw Awards for 2012. Didn't win none, but they were nominated for Best Limited Release Direct-to-Video Film, Best Actor for Nick D'Amici, Best Supporting Actress for Danielle Harris, Best Screenplay from D'Amici and Mickle, Best score for Jeff Grace, and best makeup creature effects from Brian Spears and Pete Gerner. So that's the awards for Stakeland. They probably could have probably. I wonder what beat them out.
I don't know, because I just don't think nobody knew this movie really existed. At least I didn't. When was this? 2010?
Yeah.
I don't know how horror movie centric. I was too busy running the haunted houses back then, probably, to watch too many movies. I think in 2010 I was on a big Hammer film kick, so I just don't remember ever hearing about this movie.
Gotcha.
And apparently I'm not the only one, because I was researching it on the internet, and a lot of people was like, well, I'm mad I never found this movie before. So apparently a lot of people had not seen this before. It wasn't just me.
I seen it, I think, when it first came out, because it was like just a new horror release when it came out. And I would get I didn't care what it was back in the day, because I was burning them all off anyway.
Right, yeah.
So I would just have it. So I think I actually have it on a burnt DVD somewhere, probably. But then it was on Shudder, and that's where I revisited it at a few years back. And then I haven't seen it since then either, until I got the Blu-ray. So
well, you pulled one out of your hat on this one, a movie that I actually hadn't heard of. So
yeah, I couldn't believe
much
you've never.
Credit to Brett.
I couldn't believe that you have never seen or heard of this before.
Well, it's not really a vampire movie is the problem I have with it.
Yeah, I would probably sort of like call it maybe a zombie vampire movie.
Yeah. We'll talk about that as we get into it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I guess we'll go into some trivia. There's not much on it here. Actor Nick Damicki carved the longbow used in the film from a solid oak piece, and he did it on his kitchen table. What do you know about that?
Pretty cool.
That's hard to do to make a longbow, man. That takes some time.
I've made a few vampire stakes in my day, but not a longbow. Never done that before.
No shit. Throughout filming, actor Nick, why do I keep wanting to call him Dick? Nick Damicki, Mr., wore his mother's actual wedding ring on the pinky finger of his right hand as a way of acknowledging his character's backstory.
Okay.
At 1 hour and 13 minutes, Martin is on a bus looking at a newspaper. The main article about martial law declared in the U.S. features a photo that is actually from the G8 summit riots from July of 2001 in Genova, Italy. See, that's like, the production like that. That's just one of the things, just one of the little things, to get a newspaper with the, headlines.
Yeah, and find something that actually happened that could have led to something. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that shows that you're really doing a lot of research and work into your script and your movie, and I like that a lot.
Exactly, me too. At the beginning of the film, Martin puts on a Daniel Boone football helmet, which is in reference to director Jim Mickles' High School.
I thought that part was weird, and I'm like, is he going to wear this the whole movie? Because honestly, if I was fighting zombie vampires, I think I would don a football helmet and shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Why has nobody ever done that before?
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm like, fuck, the kid ought to wear the football helmet. Dude, I'm going to find me a football helmet, have it on standby for when the zombies or the vampires hit. And I'm going to wear me a football helmet everywhere I go. They can't bite you in the neck.
Exactly. That's funny. I guess it don't matter where they bite you, though.
I don't know about these so-called vampires. It looked like they were just biting people anywhere. Real vampires got to bite you in the neck. So.
Okay. The famous Wilhelm scream is faintly heard in the background during the attack in Strivington. You know what the Wilhelm scream is, don't you?
Oh yeah, we've talked about it on the show before.
Okay. It took as long as 2 hours to apply the makeup for each vampire in the film. That's sort of short compared to some vampires. What did they take? Nosferatu, it took them like 6 or 7 hours to get all that shit on him.
Yeah, but he's a sort of a character actor anyway. So Skarsgård, or Skarsgård, I can't say his name. So I'm sure with him, he probably required more makeup. I
Yeah,
almost see that guy as like a modern day Lon Chaney or something, with all
yeah,
the different characters he's done.
yeah, no shit. All right, water squirted from Poland spring bottles was used in several shots to simulate rain in the opening sequence in which Martin and Mister first cross paths. And the rest of the time in the rain scenes, they were just using like a big shower head.
Hmm.
This film was shot in 2 different portions with 2 months off in between both portions. The first portion of the film was filmed in Pennsylvania, and the second part was filmed up in North New York area, like close to the Canadian border there.
I was gonna say kind of the
Catskills.
New York. Yeah. People forget that New York's got a lot of land like that just because of New York City.
Yeah.
You know, talking about that is something I want to bring up. This felt like a very British production to me almost.
Oh,
It,
yeah?
it didn't feel like a US film. And that's a compliment because you know how much I love British horror. It really felt very European. I actually had to look to see if they filmed it in Europe or something, or if the filmmaker was. But no, that's an American production. Almost had a slight bit of a modern day Hammer feel to it.
A little
And
bit.
that's another thing on this fucking Blu-ray. Something I haven't seen in years. They had previews before the movie started. I haven't seen that.
Oh,
in
yeah,
10 years.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty weird. But they actually previewed a Hammer film, one of the modern day ones. So yeah, I just thought it sort of had a European or more of a British film feel to it than anything.
Belle was Mister's girlfriend in an earlier draft of the script. And then when Daniel Harris came on to do the film, because she's so little, he was like, man, we're gonna have to do something. She's too tiny. She's more like my daughter or something, you know.
Right.
So they rewrote her whole part out.
Well, also they said that they didn't know who Danielle Harris was. They knew her from being in some kind of a sitcom or something. And
oh yeah,
being the famous
Roseanne.
Danielle Harris, a horror queen that we all know and love.
Yeah, she was in Roseanne, and she was on Charmed for a while too.
Yeah, that's what they knew her from. So obviously these guys are not Halloween 4 fans.
Yeah. Well, she was little too then, so.
Yeah, but the Halloween people know exactly who she is.
A poster
famous.
A poster for Stakeland is in the PlayStation video game Until Dawn. You ever played that?
Surprised me. No, but I've seen the movie.
In Strivington, they go past a street sign, and the street sign is the corner of Main and Elm Street, with a nod to A Nightmare on Elm Street.
So they know Elm Street, but they didn't know who Danielle Harris was. That's, hey, you know.
I guess.
Excuse me. I guess too.
But that's all the trivia I got, man. There wasn't much.
Yeah, it's a lower budgeted, not very known movie. There's not a lot of trivia out there on these kind of movies. I guess I should have watched the commentary, but I didn't have time. And this is a movie I knew nothing about, never heard of, never seen. So I rushed through it as quick as I could to get as much info as I could on it. How's that for a big spiel?
Yeah, I didn't get to watch the commentary either, but I did watch them, the making ofs, and it's just crazy all the shit they go through, man, to make a movie. You know,
This is true.
trying to, you know, with that less amount of money, you know, that they got, not big budget, you know, small budget. I guess under $1 million, I guess, is called a small budget film.
It is.
And they did a great job, man, with it. It's just amazing all the crazy shit they got, you know. Ratchet strapping the camera onto a goddamn lift to get aerial shots because there weren't drones back then, man. So yeah, just
2010 was a long time ago now.
Just shit like that, you know. But yeah. So, all right, you got anything else you want to talk about, or are you gonna?
I guess we'll get into our reviews.
Okay. Well, you go first.
I will go first. So,
okay.
Everybody's heard me be a little bit critical about it not being a vampire movie. Well, that's one of my critiques of the movie. They found an interesting way to not make it a zombie movie, and they made these things vampires. And it feels a lot like the I Am Legend movie to me, where there's sort of these wacko vampires. I'm sure you've seen I Am Legend. I think there's been 3 versions of it.
Yes.
So it felt a lot like that as far as not the characters, but the villains. I just didn't see them being vampires. I did find it cool. There were like 3 different kinds of vampires. One were known as berserkers, and they were the wild ones. They were the ones hard to kill. So, but I gotta say, it did feel a lot like The Walking Dead. I mean, I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying it felt like very inspired there. You know, they start with Rick, and then he finds somebody, then they find somebody else, and they all group up together and go traveling through the camps and, you know, collect stuff, have to fight the bad guys. And in the end, it becomes this sort of like The Walking Dead, that the vampires, quote unquote, really weren't the villain of the movie. It was all these other characters, the humans. In all these post-apocalyptic movies, it's always the humans that are the villains more than the monsters. And that sort of, I don't know, that's the only knock I can say about it. I thought they sort of, I wouldn't say cheapened out, but it just, I think I might have liked it better if they were just some kind of a mutated zombie without the fangs. But they did incorporate the fangs in a cool way. They were pulling them out and they were like worth money. That was sort of their tender. Yep. Trade a berserker tooth for a haircut. So you know what? These people did a fucking outstanding job coming up with this thing. With my little I can't even talk. My critical parts, all beyond. This movie is really well thought out. It's really well done. It's really well made, and it looks phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you another thing. There's not too many movies that I actually care about the characters. This one I did. You know, as things would happen to the characters, it made me feel bad. Which sort of was in The Walking Dead in the beginning, but then they had like 50,000 characters. This has only got, about 5 or 6 main characters, and they all go through some kind of an issue. And yeah, you feel bad for them. It takes a lot to get me to feel for a character, and this one did. Although I still don't know in the very ending where the hell Mister went. And that's not a spoiler. That's just a question. Where'd he go? Where'd he go, Brett?
I think he just left, man. Wanted Martin in that.
I think he felt like Martin had kind of reached his, he didn't need him anymore. So he moved on to the next. Which there should have been a Stakeland 3 following Mister around, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it felt very Romero. Some of those, remember the later day Romero movies, like Land of the Dead?
Yeah.
But you know, every question I had in this movie, they ended up answering. I'm like, why the hell didn't they just stay at a camp? Why they want to travel everywhere? Well, one of the camps get attacked. So I'm like, okay. Then I'm like, how the hell is this fool keeping his car running? This makes no sense. You know, like, this is stupid. This movie's fake. The car should have some issue. The car finally breaks down. So every question I had, they gave me an answer, and I like that about a movie a lot. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say this is a pretty interesting movie, and I think everybody should watch it. It's
Okay.
just me being the vampire Karabi. I did have a little issue with the being vampires instead of zombies. But I did like the fact they were pulling the fangs. That's cool. So I'm going to give Stakeland a 4.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, I'm going to give
All
it a 4.
right. All
Yeah.
right.
I was actually going to give it a little bit less, but the more we talked about it, the more I think it's just a damn good movie. And I am going to watch it again, and I want to watch part 2. So you did good, Brett. You finally picked one out that I'm not going to trash on.
Yay, yay,
Good job.
yay me, yay me.
Finally did it, Brett. You found it. And it's not because it's a vampire movie. Like I said, I think the vampires were sort of silly. So, yeah, I'm giving this a 4, and I highly recommend it. A lot of people probably haven't seen it, and I think people ought to. So give it a watch. It's Stakeland, and it's a damn good movie.
Okay, damn, dude. I'm surprised as shit. I am. Well, like I said, I had this on burnt DVD back when it first came out. So I didn't really like it when I first seen it.
It's very slow.
It's slow, but
it pays off.
It builds. It builds.
And you know, I don't mind a film that builds and pays off, and this one does.
Exactly.
I will say one of the critiques, I didn't care for the human villains. They seem very fake to me. The Brotherhood or whatever they called them, that whole thing seemed just like a Walking Dead story right there. So that it almost got a little bit lower rating because of that. I didn't like those villains, but I'm not going to hold it against them because it was sort of unique.
Yeah, because they were like a religious group or whatever.
Zealots.
Yeah, zealots. And that was probably the only thing I didn't like about the whole movie myself.
Yeah, I didn't care for them.
But everything else, the cinematography, man, they had some hard shots to get. And it would have watching that production stuff on that, they probably had a hell of a time with the editing, dude. Just because some shots were only like 5 seconds long, you know, and editing all that stuff together to make it a hour and a half long movie, it had to suck, dude. It had to suck, but it was shot very well. The lighting and stuff in it was good, and a lot of it was actually day scenes too. It was probably split between day and night scenes, dude, 50-50.
Right,
sure.
True.
And the dark scenes all look good, and just where they filmed at, it's a very beautiful areas. I like that in a film too, and when you got some like cool woods and just like old roadside stuff that's abandoned and shit like that. All that shit was real. That they filmed where they filmed it at. So the score, I thought the score was awesome, dude.
Yeah, the score was good. I didn't mention that.
It fit the film perfect. Like even for, like I said earlier, individual scenes, the music that was going on, it fit that scene perfectly. Oh, what else? I don't know, man. I just like this movie after I watched it, like I said, like a year or two ago again. It was on Shudder, and I was like, oh, that's got to go on the list. And I'd forgot about it again, and I forget what I was watching, and they showed clips from it, and I was like, oh, I'm about to rewatch that. So that's what got it on the list. So think everybody should check this out for sure. It's a very, very good movie, man. Very well directed. Great storyline. everybody all the actors, for being an independent film, everybody did a great job. And with that being said, I'm going to give it a 4 too.
Wow. I wasn't expecting you to give it a 4.
Yeah. I'm very happy with this film. For sure. So yeah, I'll give it a 4. So
I just have to make a sad announcement. Evil Ed, our AI companion, has passed away. He no longer exists. He's gone, man. He passed away.
You fucking freaked me out, dude. I thought somebody fucking died or something.
They did. Evil Ed is dead.
Somebody real. I thought somebody
No,
real.
Evil Ed died. It's sort of sad. I used to enjoy Evil Ed before I knew about all these other chat bots.
Your conversations, your late night conversations with him.
Well, I moved on to Grok. Grok's a lot better to talk to than Evil Ed was, but he has passed away. He no longer exists, and farewell, Evil Ed.
Every time I try to get on Grok and do something, it wants me to pay $30 a month. And ChatGPT or whatever the hell it is, you can make like 2 pictures and that's it. And then it shuts you off.
They'll want you to charge. Yeah.
And the only one that lets you do shit is Meta.
Well, I think Meta is what Evil Ed became. I think they got rid of all the individual ones and just morphed it all into Meta.
They all melded together.
Look, here's a gift for you right here, maybe.
What the hell's that?
A troll Michael Myers.
Oh, where the hell did you get that at?
I got my ways, dude.
Was
that goes with Troll Frankenstein?
Movie trading company?
They got 2. I got 2 of them now. I got a Troll Frankenstein and a Troll Michael Myers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's all I got for the week. You always ask if I have anything. That's what I got.
Well, we've gave away 1 pass for the convention already.
1 left.
So
you got to email the Evil Never Dies. What is the email?
evilneverdieспod@gmail.com. Email us. Just email us like our buddy Ken did and said, I want a free pass. And he always does he always comes in a cool costume, man.
He does indeed.
Ken's our buddy that we worked at Moxley with. I
really think the world of Ken. He's a good dude, man. Enjoyed working with him too. When me and him and Cindy were doing that build that one year, it was fun.
Yeah, he's bringing her with. So
cool.
Because they're only coming one day. They're only coming Saturday. So, and with the pass, you can do that. You can split it up, and if you're only coming one day, you can get 2-day passes. So
right.
Or you can get a whole weekend pass, which is just the 2 days. So, but yeah, email us if you're down here. Going to be down here July 18th and 19th. Want to come hang out, check out some cool Halloween shit, and it's a good time, man. We have fun. So
I guess the Scarcraft company is going to be selling stuff.
Oh, and I some girl that does makeup effects is doing a seminar down there at the convention too, and she said she's going to stop by and talk to us. So
okay, cool.
I forget her name right offhand. It's only been like a day since she messaged me. So yeah, but anyway,
getting closer to the haunt convention. So
yep, only like
Texas Haunters
3 weeks away, man. So
and it will also be our 5th year anniversary.
6th year.
6th year. I mean, that's
starting our 6th season.
It's the end of the 5th, starting the 6th. It's been 5 years going on the 6th.
5 full years. So, yeah.
Impressive. We've almost got 1 million views on YouTube.
Yeah, I haven't looked at that to see how many we got. How many? We should hit 1 million by the end of the convention, though.
We will.
So, yeah. But all right, Carl, you got anything else?
Some. Yeah, that might not be impressive to some, but I think for us, who we don't ever promote this show or anything, really, that's pretty cool.
For two idiots.
And then to troll Frankenstein, and they killed Evil Ed off.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening. And check us out on all our social medias and join the Evil Ones Facebook group. And we will talk to y'all next week. I don't know what we're going to do, but we'll see. It's Carl's pick this week. So, all right, everybody. Stay evil.
Call me Martin. I've seen things you wouldn't believe. Things a boy shouldn't see. I was like any other kid. I didn't believe in the boogeyman. Then the world woke up to a nightmare.
Welcome to Stakeland, kid. Get your boots on, your guns ready. We're gonna put some distance between us and this place.
We were on our own now, traveling through a ruined land. We live by his rules, or we die. Or worse, we die and we come back.
How many of those things have you killed?
Not enough.
Like Mr. says, live free or die trying.
Keep your weapons close and ready.
What are you gonna do?
I want to kill that thing.
Go with God.
Lock the door. How many of them things out there?
One, but she's really pissed off.